Hi, I'm Michelle Brain and I am the Midwife Hypnotist. Now, we talk about hypnobirthing and birthing with trance. So what's the difference? So the difference for me is hypnobirthing is about your antenatal classes combined with breathing and relaxation. But it teaches you about asking questions about your rights during birth, about checking, making an informed choice. So looking at the evidence behind the decisions that the doctors make, like inductions. So it gives you all that information, or it shows you where you can get the information from. Now, if a midwife doesn't know about hypnobirthing, and believe me, there's a lot out there that don't know about hypnobirthing, then you can go into a birth thinking about hypnobirthing and doing your thing, and may not feel supported by the midwife. So that's a conversation to have with your midwife. The other thing is that with hypnobirthing, that often I see women coming in that say, oh yes, I've done my hypnobirthing, they're so confident, they come in, and then all of a sudden they have this pain that they were told they wouldn't have because they did hypnobirthing. So the biggest thing that I see is that when those women have come in, and not often women that I've had, but I've seen them on the ward, and they start getting that pain, so they get so confused, and then they get scared because they think they've done it wrong. So what happens then? The whole hypnobirthing goes out the door, and they feel like they've done it all wrong, and then they become scared. The adrenaline goes, and it just goes into a big heap. So really does let them down. And that's because I think hypnobirthing talks so much about there being no pain. So, yes, you can have a child without the screaming and the yelling and the I can't do it pain, because you embrace those contractions to have your baby. Now, what I use in birthing is birthing with trance. So yes, I am accredited to teach hypnobirthing. I'm a hypnotherapist and I'm also a midwife, and I've done antenatal classes for years, and I've been accredited by Catherine Graves in the UK and several other places, and in fact I could teach midwives how to do hypnobirthing. But birthing with trance is different. So I can just walk into a room when a woman is in the process of giving birth and ask them if it's okay if I hypnotize them. Would they like that? Put them in a trance, and then from from there on in, they'll be able to deal with that birth. They'll be able to understand how to just go with it, how to enjoy it, how to embrace it, and how to give birth naturally. Or I can teach somebody how to go into trance before they have their baby, and teach them so that they're prepared, so that when they do go into birth, they can put themselves in that trance, or their husband can tap them on the shoulder and say, and sleep, and go into that trance and totally relax in between the tightenings, and during the tightenings really understand that they're here and they're gone and it's okay and everything's wonderful. So there is a difference between hypnobirthing and birthing with trance. So either way, whichever you'd like to do, you can call me, you can ring me, you can Zoom me, and we can talk about it, and I can help you make a choice on what you'd like to do, with making an informed choice, knowing what the differences are. So that's hypnobirthing and birthing with trance. Check out my website, michellebrain.com.